Hello everyone, this is L Spectra. Welcome back to the Land of Empires. And today I want to do something that I haven't done in quite a while, and that is to play in the Legends of Arenas while recording. So before I start, I will always, of course, buff up. Really, the only buff that matters nowadays is the expedition boost. These HP and ferocity 12% boosts really don't matter, but we'll still use them because we have a never-ending supply from the slumbers. So my typical setup versus most players. So players that I know I can beat fairly easily. So those who are not very well upgraded, about 40 to 60 million in Lord power. I know I can beat fairly easily. I know that they are not very much tryharding the Legends Arena. So I just kind of have like my usual setup, which consists of I haven't fixed my setup here, but I will typically run 888 against them. So Season 8, a full Season 8 team, and that will take care of most things. It will take care of most teams, with the exception of if they are running Neptune Arc with Kellerman Arma. In that case, I would use the Season 16. But this round, we are facing some stiff competition from not only Leo from server 166, but also Rome. So hopefully I won't encounter the mega players, which include Catzilla, Harris, and Batty, who are all very active in this round of Legends. Especially Harris, I was kind of surprised. Usually it's only Batty who plays, but this time Harris is also playing, and he is scoring very well. So I'm not looking forward to this, but let's dive straight in. So the first fight, I forgot to set up my other two marches. I just realized this. So hopefully we won't pull out an epic fail. I just noticed that my march is actually quite weak to Season 6 setups. But hopefully we'll pull through just. Okay, I deeply regret not setting up my next two team. But thankfully, it is still Friday. We still have 2 days. But that was rather embarrassing for me. Okay, so pretend we didn't see that. I'm not going to edit that out since I'm way too lazy to edit right now. But let's activate the march capacity buff as well, just to boost our marches a little bit more. Why am I even recording? I'm like, seriously, why am I even recording? Okay. Well, we don't have the march capacity buff, so let's see what this guy's running. So he is running Season 8, Season 6, and so this is quite typical. You can counter with a full Season 6 team if the enemy is equal, full Season 8 team if the enemy is relatively even with you in power or weaker than you, which he is. A full Season 8 team will perform relatively well versus this team, but he is running kind of a double whammy. So he is running 2 sets of Season 6. So I don't really want to run like full Season 8, so I'm just going to run a copy and then Season 7 and then probably just try to crush his Team 3. Actually, I won't even risk it. I'm just going to run, let's just try full Season 8. Why not? Let's YOLO this. We have some time. Even if I perform poorly here, we will still have 2 days to hopefully make it up. So I am going to, so this is a full Season 8 setup. So my second team will probably be a Season 6 team. So Season 6, I'll probably run Quinn here. I equipped the wrong armor. I do like running Quinn. And let me just change the equipment out. Actually, I do need equipment on Quinn. So let's use some equipment on Quinn. And hopefully by the time we get to the top players, we will have passed the 20-minute cooldown, 22-minute cooldown. Now it's 21 minutes. Okay, so we have Quinn with the Season 6 armor. Let's set up our Team 2 now. So our Team 2 will be Kellerman, Quinn, and probably just Lisbeth. Yes, let's just put Lisbeth here. And let's make our third team just Season 8. It's going to definitely do. Let's make our third team Season 7. It should do quite well. So let's change our team 1 to full season 8. So here, what I'm going to do is use a lot of archers. So one thing that I know for sure is that my infantry absolutely sucks. He has 0 damage output, so I'm not even going to run too many infantry. So my archers, the purpose of running many archers is to have him survive across 2 different waves. So 2 different marches, and of course, enough cavalry to blow through those marches. Unfortunately, I actually do not have the march capacity buff. So versus Raikonne, who is respectably strong, it's going to be quite hard. So my second team is going to be, I won't need to run too many archers, probably 90,000 cavalry and the rest into infantry. And my team 3 is just going to go, it's just going to be a typical, maybe a typical season 7 setup. Let's see what he's running for team 3. Okay, let's just do season 6. I don't need season 7. Let's just do this. This. And where is my season 6 infantry? Here she is. And okay, this is rather a crappy setup, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of this setup. Which is why I don't really like going against that composition that he is running. But let's probably just YOLO with this. Last check. Okay, now the last step is to make sure that your best gear is equipped on the heroes you are running. This is, of course, very important. Equip it, and just make sure that he is not naked. He is not naked either. There are probably way more optimal compositions than what I'm running versus him. Let's see his setups. Okay. I just did all that preparation against a non-setup. This video is starting out excellent. So we're just gonna watch what happens when there's no archer. Just out of my personal curiosity, because I've actually never seen this outcome. So I would expect my archers to still take some damage. Some damage. Okay, so it's very interesting because the damage that the archer takes comes after the cavalry uses the ultimate. So it makes me wonder where the damage is coming from. Is it coming from the ultimate, like the rage skill, or is it coming from one of his passive skills? My hunch is that it's coming from one of the passive skills. So you can see my archer took some damage in the first fight. Now, in the second fight, I would expect him to take a little bit more damage, but his team just died too quickly for that. And in the third fight, let's just watch it play out, because we know that Neptunarch with Kellerman's armor is a very effective counter towards my 888. And it does seem like Neptunarch with Michael's armor is also quite an effective counter towards 888, as evidently I lost pretty convincingly here. But my next team should have no problem crushing this, since generally when you are running Neptunarch with any sort of armor outside of the Battle of Disorder, it is very weak to Season 6. Even in the Battle of Disorder, it is fairly weak to Season 6. So let's take a... Yeah, so let's take a look. Boom. And we're done. So moving on to the next fight. Fenix. Wait, what is his composition? So Season 6. Okay, he's running something very similar. I'm just going to use a little more infantry here because I know this guy is much weaker than Raikonne. Okay, and this should be all fine. Yes. My infantry actually died. Wow. Okay, the next opponent is Catzilla. Just great. So I do expect to lose. This is going to make me end up... Like, this is going to guarantee my loss in this round of Legends Arena. I'm probably not going to get top 3 after this mess up on my end. But Catzilla is running, a composition that is fairly weak towards Season 6. So I'm going to run a Season 6 against this. And I'm going to run, let's see, so Season 6 and then Season 8. Actually, maybe even 2 Season 6 teams. So let's give this a try. So let's change our setup to... Okay, let's see how many archers he's running. He's actually running a very low archer count. So I don't need to run 2 season 6. I can run a season 7 team. So one thing that you can be sure of is that a season 7 team is very effective if you are able to kill the archer of an Arma setup for season 8. So let me demonstrate that. I am just going to run something like, actually not even Lisbeth. I think I would need Lisbeth in team 1 because team 1 is going to get slaughtered if I don't give them enough defense. So let's make it like this. So I'm going to be at a disadvantage here because Catzilla seems to have applied the maximum buffs while I am unable to run the March Expedition buff. But let's do our best either way. So let's run Kellerman, Quinn. Probably her is a better idea, but yeah, let's just run Quinn and then Lisbeth. Lisbeth is very important because her awakening skill lowers the damage that your opponent deals towards you. But versus season 8, the archer just cannot survive. So I'm not going to run too many archers. I need to run enough cavalry so that it doesn't get sniped. And I need to run enough infantry as well so that it doesn't get sniped. So I'm probably going to run, let's just run this amount of cavalry and hope that I survive. I'm going to run my stronger Titanio here and Windstrider on my second team, and finally this Titanio on my third team. So second team, I'm going to run this setup. Let's do maybe 50,000. A decent amount of cavalry and archer. Not too many. Most. Should I run more? Why not? Let's try. Let's try a little bit more. Let's do 7. Okay, maybe this is better. So the purpose of my first team is really to, or what I hope my first team will do, is to kill his first team's archer. As long as I can kill his first team's archer, I feel like I'm in a fairly good position. My second team, I will run, let's see, I will run a lot of archers. Maybe I'll just run this kind of setup. Nah, I think I'm too vulnerable here. I don't even know. I think I'm just dead, to be honest. I think I'm just so dead. So I'm going to once again switch my gears around. So Frost goes strip, equipped on Kellerman. I wish you can like have gear presets, just unequip gears, like click one button, unequip gears from every single hero and have your presets ready so that you can like have presets against each opponent player, like custom presets. But sadly, we don't get that luxury. So Quinn is well equipped. That's good. Horn God. I'm not really using the season 7 archer, so you don't need any gear. Horn God, get some gear. Lisbeth can stay naked because you will die anyways. Whoops, wrong button. And yeah, you don't need any armor. Neptune Arc actually does quite a lot of damage as a season 7 infantry hero. So 776 is a fairly potent composition. But sadly, I only have 2 sets of maxed gear. So yeah, I need to use that gear on Quinn. Otherwise, I won't be able to snipe his archer. So I think I am set up now. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. Catzilla, how many troops are you running? You are running, well, we'll find out. Let's just take one last look at his formation. Okay. Okay. Yeah, hopefully my season 7 team will be able to put up a fight versus this team. I have no idea. And finally, the third. All right, let's give it a go. So we're gonna watch this play out a little bit. I'm gonna speed up a little bit at the beginning. Okay, so let's take a look. So kind of my objective here is to have my Kellerman survive long enough. You can see my archer died right away. Like no matter if I was using 5,000 or 50,000 troops, she would have died right there. So my goal right now is to have Kellerman survive long enough for, yeah, okay, that accomplished my goal. But you can see right before Quinn used his ultimate, he got heavily damaged by something. I have no idea what that thing is. It might have been Lubu with Quinn Armor using his ultimate, or just gonna speed us up. It might have been Lubu with Quinn Armor using his ultimate. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how weak these two heroes are against Season 7. Because keep in mind, this is no longer a Season 8 team. This is, in theory, Michael and Chitorian. So my Season 7 team is going to essentially face Michael and Chitorian. And these two heroes are going to melt. Like, even though Chitorian is technically wearing Lubu's skin with his epic 200% normal attack boost, he's not going to be able to do anything. Because just take a look at how quickly the infantry melts after the first 15 seconds. Because keep in mind, the Season 6 Archer effect is to minimize damage the first 15 seconds of battle. But after the first 15 seconds, the infantry is simply going to melt. So my hope is that because Catzilla's next team is constructed as Season 6 with the Season 8 infantry, my team is going to be able to do something. Like, I don't know what kind of effect the Season 8 hero is going to have, and we're going to observe that right now. Like, what does the Season 8 hero bring to a Season 6 team that makes it so strong? Is it like a damage reduction or a damage boost? I have no idea. Because we saw earlier, the two heroes were not able to deal any damage to me. But for some reason, adding Khufu to any team just makes it kind of scary if you're not running Season 8. Just look at that. Like, what happened? What just happened? Can someone answer me? What the fuck just happened? Like, I don't understand this game anymore. Like, I don't understand this game anymore. I really don't. But now my hope is kind of just to have my archer survive. He's probably not going to survive because this Chitorian is just going to do so much damage to my archer. Like, an unbelievable amount of damage to my archer. Because I'm not going to be able to snipe this hero down fast enough before Chitorian kills my archer. Like, this is going to do 30,000 damage, yeah. And he's going to do another 30,000 damage soon. But if I'm able to keep this archer alive, then the next fight is a free win. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. So honestly, next time, like, if I face Catzilla again, I think I'm just going to run a minimal number of archers and a lot of infantry. And hopefully that will allow me to break through the next team with high infantry and cavalry counts. Of course, I'm still hoping my archer will survive, but it's probably not going to happen. Oh yeah, it's definitely not going to happen. Like, I need to kill this infantry hero right this second if I'm going to keep this archer alive. Like, the next time Chitorian uses his ultimate, I'm just simply dead. Like, yeah, I am so dead. We're going to speed this up. And he's gone. So next time we face Catzilla, if we do face Catzilla again this round, I'm going to run minimal archer and try to increase my infantry and cavalry counts. Because I think I'm simply going to lose to the third team. But let's take a look at what happens. Like, my infantry count is just way too low right now. It cannot really do anything to the next team. Like, these two heroes alone are actually fairly effective versus this team, I believe. Let's take a look. I should be able to deal a decent amount of damage to this team. Like, even with just these two heroes. But because my archer is gone, my infantry's hero is going to simply take quite a beating from this team. Yeah, my infantry hero just died way too quickly. But I was still able to deal 100,000 damage to his team. So let's hope our next opponent is... I was about to say, let's hope our next opponent is easier, but it's really not. Okay, so the first team is full Season 8. We're going to try to counter this with Neptune Arc, with Kellerman's Armor. And the second team, let's see. The second team, we're just going to try to run like maybe something like 5 like Michael with... Yeah, we're just going to run a Michael setup. So 5, 5, 4, 7. That's a classic Season 7 counter. And the third team, let's run let's run Khufu in the third team. That's going to wreck him. Okay, let's check my 5 more minutes. I'm too impatient. I'm just going to go right now. So let's run Kellerman's Armor. That's going to make him very powerful. Let's run... Okay, I'm going to switch my gear from Kellerman to Michael. And I'm going to switch my archer gear from Horn God. Like, you saw how fast my Season 7 team died to whatever the last round. I don't even know what killed them. Like, it couldn't have been Khufu. Khufu does 0 damage. Where is Leona? There she is. I need to finish her upgrades. Okay, she's still very far from maxed. I'm not going to finish her upgrades. So in this setup, typically you would want to run something like Quinn with Morgan's Armor. This is, I believe, fairly effective. And for the third team, yeah, I can run something like Dorothy with the Chitaurian Armor and have her... Wait, what? Where is my gear? Get out of here. So Quinn is really just there to potentiate Leona. So Quinn with Morgan's Armor will make Leona use her rage skill faster. So now my equipment is on the proper heroes. All right, Leona is good. Michael is good. My main infantry heroes are good. Lubu is good. Okay, I think all my equipments have been successfully reallocated. Let's let's set up our troop formation now. So I am going to, okay, you stay in here. Where are you? You stay in here. And I'm going to move my main Titanio to the first team. Run 8488 in team 1. So whenever you're running 8488, it's actually not very important to have any amount of archer. I'm just going to run a fairly low number of archer. Maybe even lower. Like, I think this is good. And really, the one doing the damage is your cavalry. So I'm going to run a respectable number of cavalry and the rest being infantry. Actually, I think I'm going to run more cavalry than infantry. Here we go. Because the cavalry, it just dies. I mean, the infantry just dies. I cannot keep the infantry alive no matter how many infantry I run. But the cavalry, well, this is because my opponent is just so damn strong. But the cavalry, it's able to stay alive, and as long as I'm able to keep the cavalry alive long enough, I will be able to beat this team, because my team is a very effective counter towards full Season 8. So the second team, what did I want as my second team? Oh yeah, Michael. So Michael... Leona, and for Michael Leona setups, I'm just going to run 15,000 cavalry, because I know that although I can, like, I'm not confident in killing his team with this team, but I am confident in killing his archer and a big chunk of his infantry, like maybe even all of his infantry. So I'm going to run enough cavalry here to make sure that the cavalry is able to live through the remaining of his Team 1 army. And in terms of archer, I think this amount is more than sufficient. Yes. And the reason why I would want to run Quinn instead of Morgan why I would want to run Quinn with Morgan armor instead of just Morgan, is to just confer some additional melee attack resistance to my infantry. So I'm going to run Windstrider here. And the reason why I'm not running Chaos is that Chaos just absolutely sucks. Like, level 200 Chaos, like, it's better than Windstrider after Resonated versus a non-resonated Windstrider. But with a lot of testing, Windstrider is just overall slightly better. So I'm going to run this setup. Archer, 10,000 should be enough. Cavalry will be my main damage dealer, so maybe 90,000. Whoops, definitely not 180,000. And this is kind of the issue facing very strong opponents. You have to like change your setup every single round, and it gets really obnoxious. So one last check. This should be fine. This should be fine. And this should be fine. Okay, let's dive in. Right, so what do I expect out of this matchup? So my infantry, I expect him to die very quickly. But I hope that he can survive long enough for my cavalry to use the rage skill. So let's see if this is the case. Come on, charge up, charge up. And I should be able to win here. Okay, the infantry is almost dead. Good. So I killed the infantry, I killed the archer, that is very good. Actually, I wasn't waiting for the rage skill. I meant to say that the normal attack damage is just so powerful versus the opponent infantry in that setup. For whatever reason, I cannot explain. As everyone can tell by this point, I can no longer theory craft this game. Ever since probably Season 7, skill interactions have just become so confusing. But Season 7 interactions are still fairly clear. Like this matchup, I do expect to win because although Harris is much stronger than I am, this is a very classical setup where you use Morgan to really bring out all the potential of your Leona. Wow, I am almost about to lose here. But it does look like I will barely eke out a win. Whew. That is close. And this is kind of the difficulty of going against stronger players. Even if, in theory, you are countering them, they still might end up trampling you. So, wait, what just happened? Did I just lose? Apparently, I somehow lost. But this is no issue because I'll just kill Leona right here. Come on. Please kill her. Oh yeah, I have that freaking passive skill that renders my damage down to absolutely 0. I don't want to speed this up because... okay, I sped it up. So this is going to get a little wonky because ultimate skills are going to be used right away. Like whenever you speed up into the next battle, like it skips a lot of phases. You can see every hero is using their ultimate skills. It gets a little messy. But I do expect to win this fight as well, just simply because of Season 8 infantry magic. So yeah, let's just see how this turns out. So thankfully I can still beat Harris's compositions by using some counter setups. Okay, I'm getting a little nervous now. Okay, that was a good hit. Yeah, so I should... Okay, maybe that impatience has cost me a little bit. Or maybe I should have used a little more infantry. I'm not too sure. But I'll consider that a win. That is a technical win on my end. Okay, so the next opponent is fucking Batty. Like, what are these matchups? Okay, the first team should be easy because Batty, for some reason, forgot to use the Season 6 armament on Lisbeth. The second will also... Okay, so Batty is actually quite easy. So let's switch my gears around. So I want to use... What do I want to use? Okay, I want to use a Season 8 infantry and a Season 6 setup for Team 1, a Season 6 setup for Team 2, and just straightforward Season 8 for Team 3. So this will be very straightforward. Let's see. I'm just going to keep my setup here. I'm going to switch this to Season 6. So come back here, Kellerman. Come on, equip. So my... let's see. So I'm going to run... Yeah, you can change to... Oh, actually, I'm just going to run... Okay, so this is fine. Yeah, actually, it's totally fine. I'm going to run Khufu, her, and Lisbeth Team 1, probably. And then I'm going to run this. Do you have gear? Yes, you do. And Horn God, Team 2. Okay, let's equip some gear on you. And okay, so my gear is now set up. Okay, I'm going to activate my skill now. Actually, I don't need the skill for Batty. I'm just gonna prove that. Because this team just sucks so much. let's dive in. So I'm going to run this, actually this, and this. Okay. Same setup, all good. This will use, this will be set up like here. This entire video has just been a whole slew of unfortunate events. I am certainly not proud of it, but it will unfortunately see the light of day unless my OBS crashes, which I hope it does now. 90,000 and the rest. Okay. So team 1, team 2, and team 3. I'm going to run the stronger Titania on team 1 because it is a... Actually, no. I'm going to run... Yeah, I'm going to run the... Actually, it really doesn't matter. His team 1 is just so freaking bad. Okay, let's have a final check here. I should be fine. Good, good, good. Everything's good. Yeah. Let's not waste any more time and start the battle. So team 1, if he used Horn God's armor on Lisbeth, I would be much more concerned. I would actually not know how to deal with it, to be honest. But because he is not running that, this should be a fairly convincing win, in theory. Again, in theory. So let's see how this plays out. Start of the fight, not too good. But, so the reason why Horn God is important, and this is the second point, I expect my infantry to do way more damage than his infantry. Like way more damage. Because Horn God confers a 250% ferocity multiplier to the infantry. So although Khufu's damage is overall very minimal, I still expect very effective damage from him. And it does appear that I'm winning, which is good. The whole point of my team 1 is to win. Like, as long as I can win, I don't really care what happens to the next fight. So the next fight, I'm definitely going to lose very quickly because, well, I still hope to deal some damage. I do hope to deal some damage. Like, I hope that Khufu will survive long enough, but that's probably not going to happen because he is running, yeah, I'm just slaughtered. So here, as long as I can survive until my cavalry uses his ultimate, and as long as my cavalry can survive, I'll be golden. I should have actually ran more cavalry here because now that I'm looking back, I don't have any gear on this cavalry, so I'm actually not confident that he will be able to survive. Come on, don't die. Use your ultimate, and boom. Okay, so okay, so this should be a win. I mean, this team is going to lose, but these two heroes should not pose any issue to my next team. I hope. Like, I hope that my next team will be able to kill the infantry. Okay, now it definitely will not pose any issue. So let's just speed this up. I'm going to be really surprised if my archer dies. Like, the infantry should, in theory, die very quickly here. He's not dying very quickly, so that's a bad... Okay, he died now. So please kill the cavalry. Okay, good. So this should be a very convincing win because like Leona alone without any Season 8 support just does not hold up versus any Season 8 composition. So let's take a quick glance, and this should be my first win that is not a complete throw. My next opponent, oh my god, my next opponent is Catzilla. So yeah, Catzilla. How did I lose to Catzilla again? Okay, so let's kind of brainstorm a little bit here. What happened here? Oh, what? Didn't my heroes die like at the very beginning of the battle? I didn't even see Chitorian use his ultimate. Let's take a look at that again. So I'm going to do what I said I would do last time, and that is run very few archers. I hope it works out. Okay, so let's see here. Chitorian is not using his ultimate. And boom. I'm guessing it's just from his passive skill that is multiplied to infinity. Like, I know he has this passive skill. I'm not going to pretend that he doesn't have this skill. All enemy troops will take 14% damage and lose 60%. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the skill interactions. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. So we're going to run the same setup as last time. If I could remember what setup it is. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so season 6, and then season 7, and then season 8. Okay, let's reshuffle my gear around. And this time, let's use this skill. Okay. Well, I hope you guys are being entertained by this video, because I am certainly not very happy about my performance this round, especially the first fight. Okay, so season 8, I'm going to run Kellerman, probably Quinn. Yes, so Quinn with this Arma. Switch my gear around. Do you have the best gear? You do not. Let's strip Dorothy so you can transfer your gear to Quinn. I wish I could do this faster, but my mouse clicks are just not fast enough. Lisbeth, do you have gear? You do, so that's fine. This is well geared. Let's equip some rudimentary gear on you. And we know at this point we don't need. I just think it, like, no matter what I try, it won't matter. Maybe we can try Leona. Like, maybe we can try Leona, but I really doubt it's gonna make a difference. Should I just like YOLO it? Like, let's just YOLO it. Let's not use season 7. This is gonna be a horrible idea. Let's use Michael. Okay, let's go all out. I'm just gonna go all out. Michael, Leona, and let's hope that it can do something. But it's Khufu. It's not gonna work. I swear. Like, I'm definitely not gaslighting myself here. It's definitely not gonna work. But fuck it. Like, let's be a little adventurous. Let's use Kellerman, Quinn. I equipped the best gear on Quinn, right? Okay, 1,000. Let's do. Let's run something like this. Actually, I can probably run even more. Yeah, let's run something like this. The second team, let's go Michael, her, and her. Let's switch these Titanio around because I do not want to risk not being able to kill the archer for whatever reason. Let's do 20. Whoops. Oh my god. Yeah, please let me know in the comments if this type of video is a little boring, because I know even though it's only 8 matches, going against such powerful enemies, it can drag on for quite a while. So here, as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to run. I'm just gonna gamble. You know what? I'm gonna make a gamble. Let's do it this way. Typically for season 8 teams, you would never want to run this kind of setup, but I need to. I don't know. Okay, so here, final check, good. And third team is full season 8, good. And final check for my gear. Michael is equipped. Okay, good. You are equipped, good. And you are equipped. Where is, okay, so you have the setup. Yeah, let's see what happens. Second to last battle. versus Catzilla with his absolutely maxed team. I'm not a big fan of how people keep their teams maxed. I think it's natural, but I'm not a big fan of it personally. Basically what happens is that you buff yourself up to the max, use both of your expedition capacities, and then you just stop looking at Legends Arena. As long as you do not enter Legends Arena, you will not refresh what your setup is. Unless of course you use armor. Okay. So you get to basically keep your march capacity until the next time you look at Legends Arena. I'm not a big fan of it because I like looking at Legends Arena, but it's a natural way to make it harder for other people to beat you. Okay, so the reason say why I really hope I didn't mess up is because I hope my next team can beat this team without much issue. I do expect it to do, but anything can happen. It's Catzilla. Let's just quickly skip the rest of this. Alright, let's slow this down now. Come on. Okay. Speed this back up. So this should be an easy win, right? I'm gonna rage if I lose this. The only way I can really lose this is if Leona dies. I don't think that's gonna happen. But my cavalry is actually gonna die. That's not a good thing. Oh shit, my cavalry died. But to be honest, I don't think this team is going to do well at all versus the next team. So this team is really a sacrifice towards this next team. So let's see how this does. So Michael with Leona versus Khufu. After 15 seconds, do I just melt? Yeah, I just melt. I'm gonna slow this. Actually, I'm gonna speed up this part because they're gonna take 5 years to walk to Leona. I was able to do 8,000 damage. Great. Just great. So my archer is gonna die very quickly here, but I hope that my infantry and my cavalry will be able to carry me in this fight. And the next one. Most importantly, the next one. So I guess we can speed this up. So now, the thing to pay attention to. My archer is going to die very quickly. The thing to pay attention to is whether him dying will result in my infantry taking much more damage. Because remember, the Season 8 archer, one of the very important things he does is to suppress the damage from the opponent's side towards your infantry. Without him, I expect my infantry to take actually a lot of damage. So what I'm hoping to happen here is that I'll be able to kill his infantry much faster now because I ran very few archers and a decent amount of cavalry. But yeah, his infantry is just so damn tanky. Come on. Okay, now the archer is dead, which is good. Come on. Just kill him already. Like, my infantry is already down to 120,000, which is really, really not good. And right now, the cavalry is doing a majority of the damage, I think. Like, he's just not dying. This is really, really bad. Okay, so I'm going to be going into the next battle with about 175,000 army or 180,000 army. Like, look at how tanky the cavalry is. It's unbelievable. Yeah, about 175,000. So let's see whether my 175,000 Season 8 team can beat this very nubby Season 7 and Season 6 team. I'm just going to speed this up. So once again, my hope is to be able to not take too much damage and in turn kill his infantry before he is able to kill my infantry. If I'm able to do that, then I have a good shot of winning this. If I'm not able to do that, then I'm dead. Okay, this is looking okay so far. But I need to kill him, actually. And I failed to do that, so I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. It was close, though. I think it was close. I think if I had equal power to Catzilla, this would be a very easy win. But yeah, can't have that happen. And it's Harris again. Did I lose or did I win to Harris last time? I lost. Why did I lose again? Oh. Oh yeah, because I lost here. So who died first, actually? 44. What? Okay, I don't know how I started with 44 archer. That's very weird. Oh, actually, that's not weird. Holy shit. Did my archers really almost die from this fight? Is that why I lost? I don't know. So I'm just going to run the exact same team I ran last time. I'm already very dead in this matchup. So yeah, but I'm just going to show that counters are very effective. And what did I run last time? I ran this counter team against his full season 8. Is that right? Yes. So I'm going to... so it's a Michael setup, and I'm going to remove Kellerman's armor because I do not need season 6 against Harris. Going to run Neptune Arc. Wait, Neptune Arc is supposed to be in front. Okay. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine. This is Dorothy. I guess this is fine. Yeah. And Quinn. Would I rather run Quinn or Dorothy? I'd rather run Dorothy, but I think Quinn is fine. Let's do that. And 5-6 Lisbeth. Yeah, this is fine. Michael is geared. You are all geared. Oh yeah, I also kind of blamed the breath buffs, which are completely OP. Like my points are so freaking behind right now. So let's set up our armies. Let's put this in team 1, Michael in team 2, and finally Khufu in team 3. Switch this out for him. Switch this out for Khufu. And you know what? I'm going to make sure my team 3 wins. So I'm going to run this kind of setup. Actually, what happens if I fail to kill? Yeah, what happens if I fail to kill his infantry? Then my team 2 is going to be dead. All right. What do I do? Let's do this. This. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I used the expedition buff now. So I can probably run a bit more infantry maybe. And then cavalry 157,000. And maybe a little more archer. Yeah, let's do something like this. All right. Next team, I think this setup is good enough. Maybe I can afford to run fewer infantry. These are just such minor changes. So this one, yeah, I'm going to run slightly more archer this time, just a bit more, like 15,000. And last time, I'm actually not too sure what I died to, but I'm going to run enough infantry so that my infantry doesn't randomly die. So this should be fine, right? One last check against what he's running. Okay. Second team is okay. And third team should be okay. Let's go. All right. And once again, Harris is not very much buffed. I think if they used if their army was like 300,000 like Catzilla's in size, I would struggle quite a lot. That's what I think. Please kill the infantry. Okay, good. Next team. Wait, the archer is still alive? I think I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm fucked. Like, what is happening? I don't know. Like, just the archer being alive. Fuck me in the butt. Like, I do not know skill interactions anymore. Like, they have some voodoo skills that absolutely obliterate some setups if some things are alive. Like, what is killing my archer? Or what is enabling Lubu to kill my archer? I don't know. Okay, so why didn't I kill his archer again? Because I used a crap load of cavalry. A crap load. I don't know. I guess I'm just too weak. So I hope everyone enjoyed this disastrous round of Legends Arena, where I got absolutely destroyed by these wonderful people. And I hope to see everyone in my next video. Take care.